I still can't hear anything. Is there audio in those ones now? Is there? What? What is going on?
We just swap them over. Don't move any of the cables.
Okay, now I have audio. Okay, well. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh wait, we gotta start streaming.
Yep, I already got you.
Oh, you already started streaming?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. I'm not in the mood for this. I'll get into it. Alright, this is PG versus LehiHigh, I believe. I
Yep.
think I actually recognize the specific players as well. I think this is Hia versus Gonzo.
Yeah, looks like Gonzo playing.
Alright. Hia trying to, or I won't call them by their names because then it'll get awkward later on when we get to the next players. But so LehiHigh really trying to keep their distance here, which makes sense when you're a mid-man against a Roy. Definitely a scary matchup for Min-Min, but Roy does have that kind of slow recovery compared to Marth and Lucina, and Min-Min's Chakram and the Dragon Arm, don't remember what it's called, definitely can catch that recovery a lot, so PG is most likely trying to avoid going off stage as much as possible. LehiHigh managing to get them off stage. PG trying to further their lead a little bit. Still pretty close, although PG has a stock lead.
Testing,
LehiHigh
testing.
does not have much damage, and PG does, and there we go. LehiHigh manages to close the gap. LehiHigh looking for that extra damage. PG trying to pick their time to run in. Amazing patience. Seems like PG may have some experience with this type of matchup. They're doing really good at like just waiting them out and being patient. Although they're starting to choke a little bit, they managed to get a hit in. It's a pretty even game until that forward smash is going to make it not an even game.
Let's go.
Oh, again, it's super terrifying to be a Roy off stage against Min-Min like that. But PG manages to make it back. I think LehiHigh's looking for the early megawatt kill. I just realized they had switched off of the Chakram. LehiHigh manages to recover. They're in a scary position. Ooh, PG going for a little bit of a combo there, kind of just leading into that killing forward smash. That can be really terrifying. Roy's forward smash does kill extremely early, from what I've seen. I don't have a lot of experience with Roy's, but I have a little bit. PG with quite a lead here, but LehiHigh managing to keep them in sort of a disadvantaged state.
Look at this high level.
PG looking for some kind of opening. I think that PG was getting a little desperate there for that kill. LehiHigh managing to space themselves correctly, just being patient. Oof. PG, I think they unfortunately misread what LehiHigh was going to do there. They started that turnaround. I think they thought they were going to roll in, but they got punished for it.
Ooh, they're too fast.
Both players just kind of hitting each other's shields. Oof. LehiHigh finally taking out that stock, but PG managed to stay alive and build so much damage within that time, and that forward tilt's going to take out the stock. That first game's going to go to PG.
Roy's sweet spot does so much damage.
What?
Roy's sweet spot does so much knockback.
Can you turn down the game audio for me?
Yes.
It's a little loud. I can't hear you.
Actually, I can't.
Oh,
Wait,
shoot.
can I? How's that?
That's better. Maybe a little bit higher, though.
I'll let you mess with it.
There we go. That's good. That's
Oh,
perfect.
all right.
Yeah.
Why won't it let me mess with it?
Welcome.
Oh, you've seen this crazy game? Yeah.
They just finished their first game, yes.
You want to spoil game 2?
Okay. Oh, are we behind on the stream?
We're behind 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
We're behind like 3 minutes. Is Min Min doing what Min Min does best?
Ooh.
I like to call it zoning. It's not camping. That's a foul word. It's zoning. I wonder if maybe if I...
That's like when you're a kid and you start wanting to be cool, so you start telling your friends, "We're not playing, we're hanging out." You know what I mean?
We're hanging out.
It's not it's not camping, it's zoning.
I get that. Do you prefer it when you hear me like this or when you hear me like this?
I prefer when I just hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, LehiHigh off to a little bit of a lead here.
Min Min's got the platforms now.
Yeah, when you honestly, the stage pick is pretty similar to PS2 in function. But I think just the fact that it's a little bit shorter than PS2 is really letting Min Min get that stuff. Just keeps Roy at the perfect range. It's weirdly surprising that a lot of zoners do better in smaller stages. Like, I play Zelda a lot, and she definitely does better on stages like Smashville and stuff.
Is Zelda a zoner though?
Kind of. Not really.
She has like
More
down
like
B.
bait and punish. Ugh. I mean, she has down B and side B.
Side B is a terrible projectile.
It is. It's only good off stage.
It's only good when you're in advantage.
Yeah, but it can be weirdly useful. I mean, if you can use it for stalling off stage as well, which is nice. Oof. PG got LehiHigh into the disadvantage state quite a few times there, but LehiHigh managed to recover every time, and they managed to close out another stock. This is a huge lead for LehiHigh. PG looking to close out the stock. I think they were getting a little desperate throwing them off stage like that, but they managed to close it out with a back air, I think. It was either a back air or forward air.
Some sword move.
One of his moves. That Min ledge pressure is terrifying. But PG manages to recover. Here at PG, Gonzo is kind of known for making these sorts of crazy comebacks, though, so I don't think PG's out of it yet, but this is quite a big deficit they're going to have to make up.
Ooh, that hit.
LehiHigh managing to keep PG at the perfect distance throughout that entire interaction. PG manages to put LehiHigh into disadvantage, but unfortunately they lose it, and now they're back in disadvantage. Ooh, PG timing that get up, that neutral get up perfectly, so they had enough iframes to recover. Unfortunately, LehiHigh is going to close out that stock. Well, unfortunately for PG, LehiHigh is going to close out that stock with a down smash. And that's game 2 is going to go to LehiHigh.
I think we see a Luigi game 3.
Yeah, I think so too. Luigi might have a bad matchup against Min Min. That might be why.
Yeah, probably.
He's not going
why.
Luigi.
He's been wanting to pick up a secondary for a bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes Lucina or something. It looks like PG might not be changing at all though, but LehiHigh must just be talking about stages. I doubt they'll switch characters. Hia is kind of like notorious for being this Min main. I don't think I've really seen him play any other characters in like serious sets. I think I need to be turned down. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Get hype. Maybe.
I wonder what stage they're going to go to, because now it was PG's bands, right? So or LehiHigh. I need to stop referring to them as the players. It's hard when you actually know who the players are. Normally, I'm used to just knowing what schools, but so
I think it's better for them as their players if you know the players. Otherwise, just talk
mhm.
about their like school.
Yeah, that's true. I just think in this kind of setting, it's better to refer to them as the school because I don't know
Yeah.
every player at LehiHigh. So like, just for consistency.
Yeah.
So last game was Lehigh's pick, which makes sense that they would pick small battlefield because that seems pretty good for Min. But now it's PG's pick. So I'm curious as to where they'll take Min. Um, I don't know if they'll want to go to somewhere like FD where they can jump in a little bit easier because no platforms, or if they'll do the opposite and want to go to Battlefield where they potentially could keep Min in disadvantage longer if they're a fast sort of range character like Roy again, because that way they could just like keep them up in the air. Uh, I think the better choice is probably something like Battlefield or even Town and City, which sounds super odd against a Min, but it's pretty useful.
Both characters love to have those platforms.
It's true. That's very true. Roy definitely can get some insanely early kills with platform tech chases and stuff.
Hmm.
It looks like neither players are switching their characters. I didn't notice what stage they went to.
Let's see. Battlefield.
Went to Battlefield. All right. An interesting choice from PG here.
I like the stage a lot because the platforms are really vertical, which is kind of good against Min.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Uh, I feel like this could be pretty good. If they try to jump in, it might be kind of hard to get past those platforms if Min stays pretty grounded, but they can always platform shield, you know? But that could put them in kind of a bad spot. But if they think Min's going to jump and not up smash, then that would probably be the best option and allow them to get in. Ooh, looks like PG found their way in, put LehiHigh into that disadvantaged state, but unfortunately LehiHigh turns that disadvantaged state back around on them and manages to take out the stock.
Man, those nairs are so strong.
Yeah, Min for a character with such like laggy moves can be surprisingly oppressive up close.
Hmm.
LehiHigh managing to gain quite a lead here.
I forgot how good that up smash is on platforms.
Yeah, it's really good. Um, I really think LehiHigh is.
Ooh.
Oh, I was going to say I really think LehiHigh has kind of gone in PG's head here, but it looks like PG has kind of metaphorically woken up, managing to close out that stock and get quite a hefty amount of damage and get them in
Ooh.
disadvantage. Ooh, and they do manage to take the stock from LehiHigh.
Oh,
Although
where was
that
our
looked funny,
teabag? We should have teabagged.
although that looked funny, that was actually a great trade for PG because they managed to reset the stocks here. So it's an even game once again.
Ooh, missing that side B is huge for them.
Yeah, it looks like LehiHigh is getting a little worried. They were just trying to wait it out, try to see what options um, PG was doing a second ago. They weren't as aggressive as usual.
Oh no.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
getting
we
hit
made it
off
back to
stage like that can
stage.
be terrifying. PG manages to make it back.
Every time we've gotten off stage so far, it's been terrible for us.
Yes, it can be extremely bad. That's not looking great
Ooh.
for PG.
Let's
Ooh,
go!
and LehiHigh going out with the aggressive
We've just
edge
seen the
cover.
same
PG
thing.
manages to recover yet again. PG really managing to just avoid all of those terrifying hits, but
Oh,
unfortunately they get hit by that down smash, and I think that game's gonna go to LehiHigh. And that was game 3, correct? So,
yeah.
we're gonna go on to the next players.
Man, we went off stage 3 times and chose the same option every time. Let's go. Our coach is here. I'm gonna give him an ethereal cable after this. Oh, we're switching players. I'm gonna go grab a drink of water.
All right. Okay. So this is PG's player Shay. We'll see who on LehiHigh he's up against. Nothing much. Okay. I'm not sure which LehiHigh player Shay's up against here quite yet. I only know a couple of LehiHigh players. I know there's Hia, there's Chips.
But what characters are they?
Hia is Min Min, Chips is Banjo, and then there's Zerg. I think Zerg is
Lord.
LehiHigh, right? Yeah, I think so. And he is kind of notorious for being really good. So that's a little bit frightening for our players.
Lehigh's just good in general.
Very true. I'm not sure who Zerg plays anymore. I haven't played him in like a year. I remember
Testing.
he used to go Pac-Man a lot, but I think that was mostly for fun when I saw him.
We pull up the YouTubes.
Yeah, I believe I'm thinking this might be. I'm not sure. I have no idea actually. I
Yeah.
keep wanting to say something and then I'm just kind of dumbfounded.
No worries, I got you. Tell me what you think about the Roy matchup.
The Roy matchup for
Roy and Roy.
Roy and Roy.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that much to say about it. It's.
I think Roy should approach with his side B.
Approach
Because he gets
side B?
that cart, you know. It's not that bad.
Oh, okay. Mario. This could be Zerg. I'm not sure, or it could be a player I'm not familiar with.
Let's go! Is this Shay's first game?
Yes.
Let's go!
Yeah, whoa, right off the bat, PG manages to take a stock, getting them off stage, and then an unfortunate SD from LehiHigh here.
He's
Ooh.
too good at the game.
LehiHigh starting to build some damage. They're gonna have to make up for that deficit. Having any kind of disadvantage in stock against Ganon is terrifying because not only does he deal so much damage that he can just make that small lead he has turn into a mountain, they also become way less. Whoa! And that's going to take out the stock. PG managing to gain a 2-stock lead here.
Ooh!
I was going to say, as soon as Gan has those stock leads, they're always less afraid to go for those suicidal type of risky kills.
That was
Ooh.
crazy.
And PG managing to rake up quite a bit of damage, and they take out the stock. I believe that game was less than a minute long. PG managing to pull off a 3-stock here.
Minute 4 seconds, I think, because it's 7 minutes. I don't know. We'll see here. No, never mind.
Ooh.
They just ran past that.
All right, well, PG's going to take game one. I believe that means the two teams are tied in score right now.
Yep.
2-2.
That was so epic. I watched the 2-2 on the audio thing, and both them went up and then down at the same speed. I'm so confused what this maximum volume is, and how do I change it? Is it a property of the mics?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
Is your maximum volume higher than mine?
Bam, bam, bam. Oh, wait, maybe it's just the highest you've reached in a certain amount of time. Try yelling.
Oh, it might be, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. This whole time I've been thinking it was a maximum, so I thought you were like banging against the maximum over and over, and I'm like, what? Why? Why is his audio so high?
I just talk loud.
I was so confused. I'm gonna turn myself down.
Yeah, I have to talk loud while commentating, or else I don't get to keep that momentum.
Talk like the major Twitch streamers. Where's the
Twitch streaming sounds fun. I should learn how to use like some kind of streaming software. That'd be fun.
OBS is super easy.
Problem is my computer just sucks.
Same.
I can play like a couple of games and nothing else.
I don't know how, but the school computers are better than mine.
Really?
Yeah.
My brother built my computer for me with old parts, so it's not great. I can run CS:GO on it.
Yo.
I can't run like anything else. Anything higher than that doesn't work. I tried to play Halo Infinite, and I just wouldn't even start because my computer didn't meet the specs requirement.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
Second game. Do they make it past 1 minute?
Ooh. All right, we saw from that last game how explosive PG's Ganon can really be, but Mario is also quite the explosive character with spikes and up air to up V combos and such. Those ladder combos, I guess. That's what they're supposed to be called.
I don't know about any of those ladder combos. Maybe you have to up B this game for kills, but
yeah, I mean it's kind of difficult.
It's worth a lot of damage because he's heavy, and so
yeah, it's true.
Percents.
I doubt it. I do doubt it'll lead to any kills against Gandorf. PG manages to close out that first stock with a forward tilt.
He crouched.
Ooh, and PG building that damage again, and they manage to close out the stock already with a spike.
How is he so good at the game?
Yeah, Ganon is like a train, man. You just have to get out of the way or else you get pulverized.
Oh.
A lot of people, yeah, he still manages to make it back. A lot of people don't know the Ganon matchup very well, and this definitely works in PG's favor. A lot of people think his recovery is bad, and it's not great, but it's a lot better than most think. And he manages to get a shield break. This is probably a kill. Yeah, and a second 3-stock for PG. That's going to put them in the lead.
A lot of people think his recovery is bad, but it is.
Dang, a second 3-stock for PG. LehiHigh cannot be happy about that. Getting 3-stock twice like that can definitely be incredibly mentally taxing on a player as well. Honestly, at this point, I believe PG kind of has the advantage going into this third game, even if they don't have the stage pick. The only way I could see LehiHigh kind of getting the advantage is if they counterpick Ganondorf somehow. LehiHigh is probably wishing they would have gotten... they would have had their Min fight PG's Ganon here.
Yeah. F in the chat for LehiHigh.
The 0 people in the chat will type that in.
No. My thousands of fans have been silent until now.
You just forgot to tweet out that you were streaming, right?
Forgot to tweet out that I was streaming on some minor channel. Hey guys, PewDiePie live here. Come check out this stream.
What is our stream at? I should
youtube.com/iteam-vikings, I think.
youtube.com/iteamvikings.
Also, just YouTube channel is iTeamVikings.
I'm gonna post that on my Instagram story.
Yo, I think it's
youtube.com to watch.
Let me double check that URL real fast.
Okay. I don't think I'll have enough time to. Yeah, I don't have good enough internet in here.
No worries, it'll be a
The school
be a
Wi-Fi is
match.
blocking me out. I'll have to do it after. This match I'll have to do it for the third game.
iTeam.
Maybe for the JV game later.
Is this what it is? Is this right? It's right. Let's go. I'm so big brain.
I hope they haven't started the JV game yet, because I really want to commentate that one.
Yeah, it starts at 4 apparently.
Okay, sweet.
They could be asking them to delay
it starts at 4? Is it already 4? It's
yeah,
4:08.
It's 4:08.
Oof. I hope they delayed till 4:30 or something.
Shay's got to speed run this one.
Alright.
Ooh. Ooh.
Off to a lead here for PG.
I feel bad just watching him play Ganon.
Why?
I'll never be this good.
That's not true.
Oh my goodness.
Come
What
on.
does he do with the character?
I think the biggest thing with new players is they'll see like moderate players and then they'll get intimidated. But really, you can catch up to Smash pretty fast. Like, it's really just about how much time you're willing to dedicate. And he's gonna close out that second stock with a spike. We're seeing the same thing we've seen these last 2 games for PG here.
Yo, I'm pretty new to
Managed
Smash.
to get these crazy early stocks. Ooh, PG went for a hard read there with a forward tilt, trying to put them into disadvantage. But it was unfortunately a misread, but that is not a misread. They get a huge amount of damage from that forward smash. Oh, PG trying to style on them with looks like they're pretty comfortable with their huge lead here.
They can just charge that. The Mario is so scared right now.
Yeah, it's terrifying against Ganon, because it comes out deceptively fast. So you try to run forward and do some kind of an option, and it just does not work, as we've just seen. And that's another 3-stock for PG. They managed to get 3 3-stocks in a row. Oh, that cannot feel good for LehiHigh.
Wow.
My heart goes out to that player. I feel so bad for them. They weren't even playing that bad. They just got Ganon.
Ganon on.
Oh. There's a little bit of a connection problem, it seemed. Okay, we're gonna go to the third player here.
Gonna go check out
The JV game. Okay. Yeah, me too. Especially since this match is this game is probably already in its final match. Yeah. Okay. This Jigglypuff player is PG's Clue. So I think PG has 4 points now, and LehiHigh only has 2. I think that's right. Wait, let me think about that. What's the points right now? Is it we're at 4 and LehiHigh is at 2?
Yeah, 4-2.
Okay.
So they need to win all 3 of their matches.
So yeah, LehiHigh has to win all 3 of these next matches in order to take the game over PG.
Looks like JV is going to be just recording their game.
Okay.
No streaming for them. Jigglypuff. Let's go. I feel spoiled. I've already seen the end of this.
You saw the end of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't spoil it for me.
I'll do my best.
Oh, I think this is Zerg. I think this is Clue versus Zerg here. LehiHigh
What
is
was that option?
trying to keep... I was going to say they're trying to keep a distance, but they went in a little bit. I think they're trying to kind of get the perfect range. I know a lot of good Pac-Man players like to kind of stay ranged for a while and condition players into playing in that ranged sort of state and try to get in and then just kind of slaughter them once they finally get to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty even game
Ooh,
here.
let's
Yeah,
go.
and PG's going to take out the stock. I was about to say, it looked like PG was at sort of a deficit, but knowing especially Clue's Jigglypuff, it can be extremely frightening to fight against them. Any mistake could mean your stock just gone. And LehiHigh manages to take out this PG stock with that fire hydrant. It looks like LehiHigh really knows their stuff with Pac-Man. They definitely set up that angle on purpose.
Oh, that was dope.
And a pretty good combo here from LehiHigh. Really cool. That managed to build quite a bit of damage, and they have taken the lead. Oh, and LehiHigh unfortunately doesn't get any follow-ups with the bell. That could have been disastrous for PG, but LehiHigh still managing to keep Puff in this disadvantaged state.
Fortunately for us. Oh my goodness, they're so sick with it.
This matchup is pretty interesting. It's like Pac-Man really just wants to keep Puff like just outside of arm's length with all of his tools, but if Puff gets in even once, then it could mean death.
I've seen a lot of them, or a lot of the Pac-Man uppies to get out of combos, and I've never seen.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising. I wouldn't think it would help, but
yeah,
I have seen a lot of that too. PG is really gonna have to play super patient here in order to get around all of this. That's what Puff does best, right? LehiHigh, I think, is looking to like get as much damage as possible before losing a stock, or maybe even take out a stock. At this percent, Puff is pretty vulnerable. This is basically Puff's kill percent. Even like a potential, I'm not sure how good Pac-Man's back air is, but I was gonna see even something like a potential back air could close out the stock. But it looks like LehiHigh managed to take that game with an up smash.
F in the chat. Now we're gonna have to fight for that one win this game.
Yeah. I mean, Zerg is definitely a scary player. I believe this is Zerg.
Imagine it's
it
not.
would be really embarrassing if it's not, yeah.
Yeah. We've got the sunglasses on our side, though, so we've got to win. By the way, if you guys don't know, we also have our JV team playing right now. They're being recorded, so not going to see them live, but...
Yeah, we'll still commentate that a little bit later.
Maybe.
Oh, we won't?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they do.
All right.
I really wish I had one of these Chromebooks with the HDMI cable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I see them, I'm like, I should just steal one.
Is that just gonna upload the... Don't just upload that photo. Come on. Oh my gosh. Web browser Instagram is so annoying. I was just trying to promote the stream. Alright, looks like we're about to go into game 2 here.
I believe in the heart of the cards. It's time to duel. Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh, a pretty big combo for PG here, managing to get 42%.
If it wasn't a 0 to death.
Oh, but they get ping-ponged back and forth a little bit, and LehiHigh manages to make up that damage difference. Oh, and PG managing to find their opening there for that rest kill. You really want to watch out for those against Clue on the stage especially. I've had a lot of experience about him, with him, as a player, and you really have to watch out for those up airs, especially around 40 to 60%, I think. He can kill on these platforms, as you've seen.
Oh, that was harsh.
And an amazing setup by LehiHigh there. It didn't quite close out the stock.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and LehiHigh would have closed out the stock if they didn't do such a cool setup there, but the bell actually saving PG's life. PG, I think, was hoping that they'd be able to stall with that pound. It does have quite a bit of armor, but it was not enough to get through that hydrant.
Yo, let's go. Let's go.
These platforms are kind of a double-edged sword for both players here. They allow PG to get those early rest kills, but they also allow LehiHigh to keep PG out with all those projectiles a little more easily.
Seen a lot of jumps from ledge.
Yeah, an interesting matchup. I think this is really just PG trying to either wait out LehiHigh setups or trying to get in before their setups are ready. And LehiHigh just wanting to get those setups out so they can keep Puff in that perfect range.
Oh no.
Oh, and they managed to get that bell kill. Those are always interesting. The most fun part about Pac-Man games are always those bell kills, and LehiHigh definitely knows how to use them.
Wait, Pac-Man games are fun?
I mean, watching them are.
True. And if you're the Pac-Man. Actually, I don't know about that.
I think PG is really trying to close out a stock here.
We're being really wishy-washy. Not deciding whether we want to go in or not.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how they have to play Puff.
Yeah.
Especially in this matchup, it's all about that patience, waiting for the right timing. Ironically, I always felt like Puff was very similar to characters like Little Mac and Incineroar.
Yeah.
Where it's all about just getting in, and then you get that kill with those crazy combos. I guess that makes sense. Little Mac and Puff are both kind of glass cannon archetypes, so it does make quite a bit of sense. I do think Puff is kind of a better character, though. Alright, PG manages to close out that stock. Yeah, this doesn't look great for PG. No, they're still in this, though. But I'm not going to count them out yet. PG can really get a kill off of many setups with that Puff.
Oh.
Oof, and that fire hydrant's gonna take out the stock.
That nair.
Alright, it's down to this final game now. Whoever wins this last game is going to win the entire thing.
I believe. I think there is a maximum.
So, a little bit of pressure.
Just a little bit, you know.
Luckily, the players can't hear us.
Luckily, it's already been 3 minutes.
That's true, too. The game could very well be already over.
We've already 0 to death all 3 of their stocks. JV4.
That's very optimistic.
JV2, we SD twice. Offstage rests.
Whew. And I'm not entirely sure how these brackets work still. No one ever explained it to me, but I believe whoever loses this is out of the tournament, right?
I'm not entirely sure. All I know is if you win, you move up.
Is there some kind of losers bracket?
Not sure.
I think both players are just talking about stage picks right now. I'm sure. I think PG probably wants to go somewhere like Smashville, or back to Battlefield, because at Smashville, he can really stay close to Pac-Man, and on Battlefield, of course, he can get those super early kills.
This could sound like a crazy idea, but FD doesn't even sound like that bad of an idea because
PS2.
we were really struggling around those platforms
Yeah,
last game.
I think FD might be pretty bad because he might struggle to get in against Pac-Man with all those projectiles.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier though than going through the platforms.
I'm surprised with the PS2 pick. It's kind of interesting, because PS2 is usually kind of used as like an alternate FD in some scenarios. It has those tiny platforms, but they rarely get in the way. This is interesting. I think Puff can use those platforms for those rest kills too. That might be what PG is thinking here.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Man, I feel so stressed out knowing that their game's already ended.
I mean, it might still be going.
Might still be going, true.
If it's still going, it's probably a last stock scenario, or it's kind of getting there, like a long, like zoning match or something.
Puff Melee?
Pac-Man Ultimate.
Pac-Man Ultimate. Let's smash, bro. Yo. I'm hoping we're going to see some bro smash.
Alright. Those Pac-Man grabs are terrifying. They're so deceptively big and fast. He managed to grab him like right out of the air right from the start. PG getting quite a big combo here and trying to keep them off stage. They know that that's their best position.
Aw, at this point we didn't get a punish on that up B. Oh, I was so hoping we were going to use that in our combo. Like, arrest them out of it? That would have been so dope.
I think LehiHigh is looking for some distance, while PG is looking for the opposite.
Pac-Man kills so much earlier.
So interesting to see such a defensive player versus such an offensive player. Really a game of like cat and mouse. Ugh. I mean, I say defensive, but I guess LehiHigh
Sing
here is much more of a bait and punish, and they managed to bait them into that forward smash. Those are also deceptively big.
I'm just gonna wait for a Sing at some point this game.
PG probably needs something like a back air to close out the stock. I don't think they're going to be able to get in for those rest kills. Oh, and they go for a risky forward smash.
I want to see a raw rest. We get 0 to death if we fail, but
I think this is definitely a hard matchup for PG. Pac-Man really has all of those tools to keep Puff out, and Puff can never really get in for those rest kills. Seeing a lot of projectile play here from LehiHigh. They know what they're doing. Even when they have the lead, they know not to get too confident and try to go in. LehiHigh, this could kill. Yeah, that's going to take out PG's second stock, but they're not out of it yet. Puff does have this explosive play. As long as they can get in, they're going to have to close out this stock first, and they managed to.
I thought they were going to have their shield broken, not going to lie.
It sounds weird, but this is honestly a better position than Puff than when they're at high percent. Puff can lead into those combos a lot easier, as we're almost seeing.
Ooh, man, they love the apple.
PG, I think, was purposely trying to use that water to kind of frighten them, but unfortunately they had too much momentum, and it just made them lose that down air.
They held shield through the grab.
Ooh,
what just happened?
He managed to escape the combo with that up B. I guess it comes out pretty fast. The water might have helped with that too. PG trying to recover. They're in a tight spot here.
Let's go. Let's go.
PG trying to keep LehiHigh off stage, I think. They know it's their best position. PG playing it pretty careful. But at the end of the day, they really have to go in to try to get those kills as a Puff player. LehiHigh so looking to close out the stock. PG trying to keep them off stage, I believe. Oh, and LehiHigh manages to get hidden. LehiHigh so going super far, trying to catch them. Don't manage to. PG managing to survive pretty crazy percents here as Puff, but unfortunately for them, that up air is going to take out that stock. Really, even if like LehiHigh sneezed on them at that percent, it would have taken it out. So the fact that they even managed to stay alive for that long was pretty impressive. Man, it looks like LehiHigh has managed to come back and take this win.
GG, that was the last game.
Yeah. Man. All right, good games, everyone. An unfortunate loss for PG, but a pretty clutch victory for LehiHigh. We got to give them props for that.
Yeah. Hope they go on and do great stuff.
Yeah.
They need their Mario to do some work, though.
Yeah.